Hello, Sock Monkey. As you can see, I have not made it home yet. I'm sitting at a picnic table in Landa Park in New Braunfels. Hey, Pops. How you doing? It's nice to see you. Thank you for coming in. So I'm at Landa Park in New Braunfels, Texas, and I'm sitting here. I was just going to wait a couple of minutes to let some folks get in if they were going to come before I started walking around in this park. And I see this guy show up with a rod, so I figured we'll watch him fish a little bit. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes, see if anybody comes in. We can see if he catches anything. So we got the Sock Monkey and Pops Gramps Springs. It's a beautiful day. Let's see, I'm not sure where you are, Pops. It's 10:47 here Central Time, and I don't know. I haven't even looked. I know when I ate breakfast this morning, it was 71 degrees. It's not much hotter than that now. I know it's in the 70s. No way it's 80 degrees. It's beautiful out here. Pretty overcast. I think we have a prediction for possible rain today. You can probably see cars going by there above the fisherman dude. Let me see if I can spin this around. There's a bridge right there. There's park on both sides of that bridge. Landa Park is on both sides of it. And South Carolina, 11:46. So, yeah, you're only an hour off from us. Close enough. Almost lunchtime for you, dude. Don't look like he's catching anything. Let's go walk around. Let's see if anybody else shows up. I don't want to make y'all wait while we're waiting on other people. Oh, wait, look at here. Got another fisherman. Must be a good fishing hole right here. Somebody seems to think so. That's actually perhaps possibly a fisherwoman. Can't tell on the screen. Yeah, I believe so. I don't know. It might be a fisher dude. Doesn't matter. Okay, let me get zoomed back out here and I'll get going. Hi, Tim. Welcome in. I don't know if I've seen you before. If not, welcome to my channel. I'm I guess, on a mini vacation. Day before yesterday, I drove to San Antonio, Texas, and had a meetup with a total, I believe, of 9 people from YouTube, 8 of them creators. Hi, Mandy. Nice to see you. I was watching some of your videos last night, actually, from the hotel room. And, well, nice to meet you, Tim. And I'm glad you came in. And let me tell you, we're going to walk around Landa Park here in a few minutes. Right quick, so the one guy that's here, the K and Mac project, he was at the YouTuber meetup evening before last. And he went on home after that. The next morning, we all stayed in a motel there in the San Antonio area. And except for one, drove all the way back to Corpus Christi. But I stayed over to go with Kevin, that guy right there, hiking with Jackie Boy. He guided me on a hike, a very steep hike, up Enchanted Rock at the Enchanted Rock Nature Area. It was awesome. Had a great time, and we went to Fredericksburg, Texas after we did our ascent and descent and survived, and ate at Hondo's, had a really good lunch. And when I parted ways with him yesterday evening, I had every intention of going home. And I told my phone to take me home, and it gave me directions, and I'm headed out of Fredericksburg, and I'm headed back toward the east, toward Brenham, Texas, where I live. And there's this sign, "Hi, Chris, Nature Dog Realms in the house. We can party now." So I was just explaining how I got here. But anyway, so I had an unintentional delay, something I hadn't planned on. There's this sign that says, "Turn here. This is the Luckenbach, Texas Loop." I couldn't help it. I went down there and drove through that loop and took a little tour of Luckenbach, Texas. Hi, Calvin, RV Living with the Geezer. Daniel White. Please support D. White Hero. So Daniel, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in. But coming in and immediately asking for people to send money to a cause that you support is not good. Can somebody remove that comment, please? No offense, Daniel, but that's not what we do. And if one of the mods could take care of that right quick. So anyway, I said, you know what? I've always told myself, someday I want to go to Lukenbach, Texas. Never done it. And I'm right here. I just drove through the loop. So I went back up. They have a parking area if you want to really get down into the stuff and everything. And I went and I decided, hey, I'm going to live stream from Lukenbach, Texas and see if any of my YouTube friends want to. It worked out really well. So I live streamed there. And by the time I left there, I was tired. I was just dog tired. So it was about an hour from this town, New Braunfels, Texas, New Braunfels, where I am. And I got a hotel room and I spent the night and I was so tired. Actually, Nature Dog Realms had a live stream going. As I was heading to bed, I put her live stream on, put it to mute, went to bed, and I guarantee you in 3 minutes I was sound asleep and I slept good. I'm well rested today and ready to go on another live stream walk. Lukenbach, Texas is great. Right now we are at Landa Park, Landa, in New Braunfels, Texas. Let's go look around. First of all, you're looking at a river that these folks are fishing in. Let me tell you about that river. That is the Comal River. And okay, hey, Calvin, RV Living with the Geezer. So you can go check out other channels if you want to. I'm going to add you as a moderator. And I know you don't do a lot of lives, Calvin. Just to let you know how that really helps you is now you can click on other YouTubers here, their name as it appears in the chat, and it'll take you to their channel, and it won't shut down your window for this live stream. At least that's how it works on my PC. I don't use my phone much. Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas. Willie and Waylon and the boys knocked that off of my to-do list yesterday, Barry, as you well know, and I really enjoyed doing that. Here's the problem, or this is my theory, and I'm pretty sure I'm right. We have a serious lack of rainfall, and Kevin would know about this, Hiking with Jackie Boy. I think a lot of this, you see all this grass growing in the river? In years past, it's not normally like that, all clogged up with all this moss and growth. This river is way down from its normal levels, and it's a lack of the water. There's not nearly as swift, not nearly as much flow through this river, and it's really messing things up. I was at Hindman Park earlier, which is downstream, and that's where they have the tubing. You can rent a tube and go down, and they will pick you up at the other end and bring you back to where you took off down the river tubing and get you back to your vehicle. And that was all cleared. But I came up here to Landa Park, and you can see that's not good. That does not look like good tubing water, does it? That don't work. That's a shame. We need rainfall really bad in South Texas, in parts of Central Texas, the western part, and up through the hill country and to the west of that on the Edwards Plateau. And even though there was flooding back in July in the summer, major rain, tragic flood. It was bad. But that did not solve the water. We got squirrels. They're either playing or courting. That one was right hot on the trail of that other one. I don't know if the camera picked that up or not. Check it out, train tracks. There are so many, I think there are tens of thousands of squirrels in this park. Everywhere you look, there are squirrels. Squirrel! I'm sorry, squirrels distract me. I wish I had something to feed them. I bet in a park like this, I bet if I had something that the squirrels like, I could sit at a picnic table and get them down there and feed them. I don't have anything though. Kevin, I told you he would know about this. Comal Springs are dependent on the Edwards aquifer level, and it's lower than normal. We need rain. They have a little train that runs around this park, and you can catch it and go for a ride, kind of tour the park on a little train, you know, with the little open cars and everything that kids love. I remember they had one of those at Breckenridge Park in San Antonio when I was a kid. I just loved doing that. And I mean, this is a super cool park and really big. There's no way you're going to see the whole thing. But let's walk this way a little ways, and we'll have to double back, but that's okay. Can I ask you what the weather is like there? I live in southeast Missouri. So the K and Mac project is from Missouri originally, a long time ago. And yeah, I bet Luna would be on the hunt. This is squirrel heaven here. The weather here it's humid because it's very overcast, and it has that feel, not like rain is coming, like there's fixing to be raindrops hit my head, but it has the feel that rain could be very possible today. In other places, the sky is just partly cloudy, but directly overhead, I don't know if you can tell, it's just really gray at the bottom of some of these clouds. I'm not sure what the chances of rain are here today, but I think there is a good possibility we could get some in parts of central Texas, which would be wonderful. I talked to a maintenance guy at Hindman Park, which kind of adjoins this park, and he said he heard on the radio on his way to work there was possible rain today, and he's praying to God for that rain to come. They need it so bad. So this river, the Comal River, is the shortest navigable river in Texas, and it is only 2.5 miles long. It's fed from springs, like Kevin said, from the aquifer, and it feeds into the Guadalupe River. It's a tributary of the Guadalupe. So there's a little train when it's running, and I usually don't do this, but this is where we're at, and I think this is relevant, so I'm going to read it right quick. New Braunfels is in Comal County, Texas, founded in 1845. Many would consider New Braunfels to be a land filled with abundant activity. If you take a look back in time, you will see that this town is also rich in history. In July 1844, Prince Karl of Salm's Braunfels traveled on horseback through the territory of Texas to acquire suitable land to locate German immigrants. And on July 24th, the prince met Captain John Coffee Hayes, who was the commander of a Texas Ranger company. I learned a little bit about that guy right there from Kevin yesterday up on the top of Enchanted Rock, of all things. John Coffee Hayes keeps coming up. I got to do some research on that guy. Apparently he did some amazing things. And employed by the Republic of Texas to conduct surveys on the frontier. New Braunfels was officially founded on March 21st, 1845, and is often referred to as the city of a prince. And the rest is just New Braunfels invites you to do this and whatever. That's cool. New Braunfels is the home of the original Schlitterbahn, a major league, super fun water park. I've been there 3 times in my life, had a blast every time. They have a deal where they circulate water out of the river up through this, what do they call that? It's like you ride a tube around on a river, but it's not the river. It's a man-made, loops and turns and swift sections, and just it's fun to do. And then you can get out before it dumps you into the river, or you can go, or they used to, and it will dump you out into the Comal River. But let's see. This is the Guadalupe. Where are we? San Marcos. We're down here. Oh, this is New Braunfels. And here's the Comal, I guess. No, I'm not sure. Oh, I see. I don't know. Don't know what I'm looking at there. There's some rivers. And not to scale. Anyhow, ask Kevin. He knows all that stuff. All right, I'm going to get moving. That was too long there. They have little things that say, what the different trees are in here. Gum Bumelia. Okay. Nice to know. Lots of benches, lots of picnic tables, and across the way there's a huge swimming pool. A lot of the things are closed down because it's the off season, I guess you'd say. Hi.
Good morning.
See, lots of picnic tables. You can reserve them. They have pavilions, like where you could have a company event or a family reunion or things like that. And you can see the walking trail. It's very nice. I prefer primitive trails, like walking through the woods, or like Kevin and I did yesterday. But this is nice. I have my microphone on full pickup, no background noise reduction, so I don't know, every now and then you might hear there's birds a chirping. Jackie boy would go nuts over the squirrels. Yeah, Calvin at RV Living with the Geezer was saying that so would Luna. Squirrel dogs. Let's see what that is. Boathouse. Okay, see, there's a place where you could rent paddle boats and stuff like that. I don't think a paddle boating would be very good right now. Look at that. That is just, that's sad. All that growth. It's not moss. I don't know what that is, but it's not good. Look, she's got her pups out for a walk. Do they just ignore the squirrels, or do they like to chase them?
Oh no, the squirrels are a problem.
The squirrels are a problem, she said. It's lots of shade, huge oak trees here. I bet Kevin's been to Landa Park, probably many times. He's not that far away from New Braunfels. Howdy, Rowdy Raccoon. Let's see, I hope I said hello to everybody that's here. And there's another Rowdy from Appalachia, foothills of Appalachia. Hi, Rowdy. We're doing a little tour of Landa Park in New Braunfels, Texas. And we are looking at the shortest navigable river in Texas, the Comal, that up on this end is not in good shape. It's pretty weeded up, or green, yucky stuff. There seems to be one kind of a channel over on the other side where you have pretty clear water flow. Got some benches here beside the river. I'm gonna get off of this trail. I think you get the idea of what's happening here. Go look at some other different type stuff. Look at that. That stuff is so thick that he can walk on top of it. And he's out there in the river. Wow. I wonder if I could walk on top of it. You think I should try? No. Let me go back here. Let me give Rowdy Raccoon. So you can go check out other channels. I trust people to be mods until they prove they can't be trusted. And I have other of the high level mods that can address that. If anybody that is a standard mod gets a little crazy. Tim, if you're still here, I'll do the same for you. Standard moderator. Everybody just be nice and we'll all have fun. All right. Some great people here, and I hope to make it interesting. Oh, there's only 6 left in here. That's okay. So, nature dog around. Chris sent 100 presents. I don't know what that means, but I thank you very much. I appreciate anybody that does something that intended to be helpful. I'll learn about that over time. All right, look at that kind of tropical looking plants there. All right, let's go. Lots of walkers in this park. I don't think that the safety boat would be very helpful out there now. Or the big swan that you can float on. That's just a shame that stuff is so thick. I'm flying blind here, people, because I've never been to this park. I don't have a map. I don't know my way around. I'm going to go back a different way than we came just to see something different. Railroad tracks. See what we got up here. We have some sort of a monument. We'll go check that out. Look over there, restrooms over there. And there's a big pavilion, a covered area. And there's another one. Pretty sure those are rentals or reservation. And there's another one. This is like a super park. It is. Wow, check out this. Oh, I'm gonna make it to that monument. But I want to show you this. That I do not know whether to call that magnificent or gnarly. Look at that. I hope in video you can see the perspective, how big around that is. It would take, I'm gonna guess, 4 or 5 people to be able to wrap their arms around that. Like if it were straight up and you could stand there. And that is huge. Let me zoom back out. And they even, to support its weight, they built its own support system, 2 brick stanchions, so that it won't collapse. And they did that a long time ago. See how it's grown around its support? I've never seen anything quite like that before. I've seen people with pipes supporting a limb or something, but the city of New Braunfels did that. That's pretty cool. You never know what you'll come across if you just get out there and look around. This is all about the people that made this possible. The Founding Oak Memorial and the Texas Sesquicentennial Celebration. That's pretty cool. All the people that donated to make that happen and keep this oak tree alive and well and thriving. Good job. That's an impressive oak tree, isn't it?
Oh, it's amazing. Do you know how old it is?
No, I don't. She was asking me if I knew how old it is, and I do not. Arboretum self-guided trail. Brochures are available at the park office. What we have here, I think this is some sort of a memorial or recognition of the founding families. We're going to find out. There's a board here to read. There's a father, mother, and child. That's a Paul Simon song, isn't it? Barry would know. The first German settlements. Okay, it's talking about German settlements beginning in 1831. Just a lot about the history here. I have learned most of the time, not a good idea to read all of these during a live stream. In the replay, if anybody, I do make a point to pause at each one of them. Look, it's in German. So that if anybody wants to go back in on the replay, that all they have to do is pause the video and they can read the entire thing. That seems like a great compromise, to not go through and read the entire things, but yet do provide an opportunity for someone who has genuine interest to read it. A lot of people love history, and a lot of people could care less, especially if they don't live anywhere near that area. And what do we have here? This is interesting. All right. Well, this is a cool feature in a cool park. Now I have to decide which way do we go? Which way do we go? Let's go back this way. I may have lost you. I did what somebody told me to do to may have lost you. I did what somebody told me to do to reset it. Back and forth, back and forth. Somebody tell me if I'm still going, if I'm back on. Give me a double thumbs up if you can see me, if this is working while I hold this on Landa Park. Are we good? Or is it dead? It's still counting. You're back. Thank you very much, Mr. Sock Monkey. So this tells you about Landa Park, so you can see how you spell it. Not going to read all that. I think it does say. Oh, I thought I was going to see if it said how big it was. I think it does say. Oh, I thought I was going to see if it said how big it was, acreage, but it does not. It says it's been expanded through the years. It's big. We are not going to cover it all. Information about the old San Antonio Road. And we're about to have to cross the street. The park is on both sides of this road, and this road is called Landa Park Drive. Imagine that. Hi, Mike and Deb. Deb and Mike, the travelingest travelers that ever traveled in a travel trailer. Yeah, they are cool, and they go. I don't go to as interesting places as you do, Deb and Mike, but this is a pretty interesting place, I think. Back to where I was at. We're at Landa Park in New Braunfels, Texas. I've got a little time to get back over there to kind of the other side. And so I'll recap. Several people have come in the last little bit. Night before last, or evening before last, my friend the Sock Monkey and I, he's the K and Mac Project, we were 2 of 9 of our YouTube community that met in San Antonio, Texas at an ice house, and got to meet almost all of them for the first time, and it was so cool. Aries World, Chris from Aries World came down from Iowa for a work trip, and a bunch of us from Texas. Troy came up from Corpus Christi, and the rest of them live in the general vicinity of San Antonio. And I'm not going to list them all. You can go to Aries World or in Barton's RVing. Donnie, he also live streamed at different points in time from that get together. But anyway, the following day, which was yesterday, I went with Kevin hiking with Jackie Boy to Enchanted Rock and ascended Enchanted Rock, and it was tough. It's steep. It was a challenge for me, but I made it. I made it to the top, and we came back down, made it safely. Went to We went to Hondo's in Fredericksburg, Texas. Had a great lunch. From there, I went to Lukenbach, Texas. Oh, look. Well, they're just ducks. But they're ducks like I guess, are those ducks or geese? One of you nature experts tell me. I'm not good at identifying trees, grass, flowers, butterflies, or birds. Mammals I'm pretty good at. Oh, we did the Summit Trail up Enchanted Rock. Kevin has video from the meetup too. He'll be posting today. And there's some other, they're nothing like that one we looked at earlier, but there's some pretty massive oak trees in here. Let's keep going. Where was I? All right, I live streamed yesterday from Lukenbach, Texas as a tribute to Waylon Jennings, rest in peace. And Willie's still with us, but Willie and Waylon suggested that we go to Lukenbach, Texas, and I had the opportunity. Didn't realize it till I saw the sign on the way home. Couldn't help it. Stopped. Live streamed to share the experience with some of my YouTube friends. And we've gotten away from the river, but just to show how cool Landa Park is. As you can see, I'm going by and not showing you a lot of, there's just tons and tons of picnic tables. They're everywhere. There's lots and lots and lots of them. And there's a stage for a band. I'm assuming they have live music here at certain times. And what do we have over there? We're gonna make our way over there. Something interesting over there. I don't think that's a food truck. Oh, I see. It's like a kid's playground thing. It's a fire truck. That's what caught my eye. Right there. It's just a play fire truck. So no biggie. Thought they might have food and something cold to drink, like a sugar-free lemonade or something like that would be pretty good right now, to tell you the truth. Egyptian geese. Thank you, Kevin. I got to tell you something. Doing that trail and going up that rock with Kevin, he stops and points his camera at something. Oh, look. I thought squirrels mated in the spring. Apparently they mate year round, because we got lots of chases going on, and I don't think they're mad at each other. I don't know where the other one went, but it was right behind that one a few minutes ago. Or maybe, oh, I see. She got away. She's over there into that tree. He has been rejected. Look at that. Look at that sense of rejection. I can't believe she blew me off. I gave it my best shot. Or maybe he just said, hey, I think I smell a nut. I don't know. He's squirrely. Squirrels do squirrely things. Oh, he's back on the scent. Back on the trail. This live stream may soon be subtitled Love Connection. Okay. Never mind. I get sidetracked. Okay. I am the ultimate squirrel. I see a squirrel and okay. Where was I? Lots of playground stuff for kids. What a great place for people to bring their kid to spend some time. Awesome. Look, more picnic tables, benches. Just cool. Just cool. We got nice parks in Brenham, but we don't have anything like this. Nor is our city nearly as big as this, nor do we have a river running right through the middle of our city. So, there is that. Not going to complain about the parks we have where I live, though. I love them. The Braunfels Fire Department. This is engine number 0, I guess. Nope, engine number 1. I missed it. Missed it by 1. And I'm not going to focus in on kids. But as you can see, there's birds in the trees having fun and kids on the playground having fun. And I don't know where to go now. Let's go see. Got another pavilion over there that you can rent. They have little signs that say reservation only or something like that. Yep. Oh, look, squirrel. Saw something shiny. I'm cutting in and out, and it must have been on my end. So if anybody lets me know that I'm buffering a lot or pixelating or the sound is bad, I'm generally ready to end a live stream. Let's see, how long have I been going? 34 minutes. The most I try to go is an hour. Okay, here we go. City of New Braunfels, big test. This is an important one. Does the water fountain work? Woo! Look at that, look at that. It works. I am not going to have a drink of that water, and here's why. I have discovered, I haven't even told Sock Monkey this. Last year, we went fishing at Lake Texoma, and the day of the fishing trip, we were going to leave out at like 5:30 in the morning. Oh look, you can even get your dog a drink of water. Awesome. That's cool. I love to see that at parks. Cool. I got so sick at my stomach, I was up all night in the bathroom at Lake Texoma, and I couldn't even go fishing. And this year, I was thinking there's something about that. I'm not drinking any water or using any of the ice from up there, anything. Well, here's the deal. I brushed my teeth and had my medicine in my overnight, my shaving kit, whatever, my sleeve of medicine with the daily dosage things all out there. I take 7 pills a day with all my things going on. And I got a little sick at my stomach the night before we went fishing on the Red River. It was not nearly as bad, but I'm convinced and I'm not saying the water's bad in that area. It just doesn't, there's something in it that doesn't suit me. And I just started the upload. Okay, Kevin, I look forward to that. Kevin shot a lot of video of the meetup. He shot a lot of video on our hike too. But the one from the meetup of what night was that? Monday night. Yeah, Monday night, the YouTuber meetup. So y'all be sure and check that out. The Switchback Texan was there, and now he's here. Switchback has been to Landa Park. It's a really cool place. I don't know if you're aware of this though. Switchback, we were upstream on the Comal over there on the other side of the road, and it is just totally clogged with that growth with green moss. I don't know what you call that stuff. I don't know if that's hydrilla, but it's something and it's not good. Okay, are you single and what state are you in? Is the introduction to Abby. Abby, you can't do that. That's not cool. We're here to have fun and talk about where we're at and there's really nothing wrong with that. So don't time out Abby or whatever, but we don't need that, Abby. Just enjoy the live stream, and I'm about done. There's more to this park, a lot more from what I can see, but it's more just recreation area, picnic tables, benches, you know. To tell you the truth, the park that I shot video at for a long form video at Hindman Park, just right up the way, the walk is actually better. The river is nice and clean. The entire trail, you're right by the river. I came across a guy that was fly fishing and several other cool things. And I got video of the place where you rent tubes and they help you get in the water. And then you start floating downstream, and then down where they'll pick you up, the first place they'll pick you up is right before you'll go down the chute, if you choose not to go down the chute. But if you choose to not get out there and you go down the chute, they funnel all the water over to this chute on the side, a narrow path, and it's swift. It's probably only 50 or 75 feet, but you rocket through there and it shoots you out the other side into this big pool area in the river. And there's where there's a place where you can go. It looks like they probably have things to eat and drink, and it's like a big pavilion, and they have a lot of what do you call them, the little covered areas that you can rent. Okay, this one has a support, but it's not nearly as fancy as its brother over there, or sister, whatever it is, the oak tree across the way that we looked at. But I bet you many a kid has climbed. If you were 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years old, are you going to climb up there? Of course you are. Have some of them fallen and got bumps and bruises? Probably so. There you see a lot of these places. It's by reservation only. And oh look, I got to tell you, here we go. Is Berry still here? Let's all sing together. I've been working on the railroad all the live long day. I've been working on the railroad, 'cause that's just something the way, I don't know the lyrics. I always wanted to meet railroad repairmen. These are railroad guys. Hey, somebody's got to do it, and it looks to me like you're working on it. Did we have a derailment here? No.
Not yet. Not yet.
We're making sure that doesn't happen.
Not yet.
All right. Well, you can see how it's done. They got a all-thread rod through there to get the rails the right distance apart.
Oh, sorry.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that was the way you did that. It's got
Do that big time.
It's got a little clamp down there. See where it hooks on? And then they can run the threads on that and measure and get it exactly right for the width of the train wheels. Didn't know it. We learned something new today. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Take care, sir. Bye-bye.
All right. He's singing the song now. I love it. It's contagious. Do you know the lyrics? I didn't know. I only know the beginning. Yeah. Well, thank you. The railroad repairmen are singing, "I've been working on the railroad." Cool. I loved it. And I'd love to keep going, but I don't have anything new to show y'all. And it's really humid and it's starting to get a little warmer. I was talking about how cool and comfortable it was when I started. As the day goes on here in Central Texas, it's still getting hot even in October. But I'm gonna have to bid you adieu. And those of y'all that only came in very recently, I'm sorry. You can watch the replay and you see the clogged up river up there. Be looking for the video of Hindman Park, up, which is downstream of here. The river is so much nicer. I think that's gonna be a good video. And one more, I'll tell you a story. That picnic table where I started, here's what happened. Let me rewind a little bit. Go back a couple of hours. I was at Hindman Park and I made my way downstream to where the tubes can get, when you ride a tube down, you can get out of the river. And this guy comes walking by and he's got this dog, beautiful little dog. And I just asked him the dog's name, which I'm prone to do. And he said, golly, Robert Earl King. And I said, really? I just saw a flyer out at Lukenbach that he's going to be playing. I think it's this weekend. The guy said, yeah, I know. I said, are you going? He said, absolutely. It's not, is it Robert Earl King? I can't remember things. Anyway, he's named after a country singer. And if somebody watched the live stream yesterday, who was that we saw the flyer that it said, hi Ramses, let me put a blue jacket on you, dude. I know you. Add as a moderator. There you go. It's not Robert O. King. It's this famous songwriter. Golly. Oh, Nicole, I know you. Blue jacket time. As moderator. Standard moderator. Anyway, the guy named his dog after this singer that he really likes. And that guy's playing at Lukenbach, Texas this coming weekend. And so I had a conversation with the guy. You know, we just hit it off and it was cool. So he went on down the walking trail. I was sitting on a bench. I was actually shooting video for a short of this beautiful scenery of this river that I'm looking at, trying to come up with just the right thing for a short. And he goes down to the end of the trail and he's coming back and he says, hey, are these your keys on this rock wall back here behind you? I checked. Nope, not my keys. And he said, well, there's somebody's Toyota keys and they have this fob on them. And I said, well, my daughter just got me to put air tags on all my stuff. Let's see if it's an air tag, but it wasn't. It was a fob like to get in a security gate or something. And so we went up to the parking lot that was right above where we were and we checked it to see if any of the cars lit up when we punched the button. None of them did. And he needed to go. So I took the keys and I walked back upstream, and everybody I came across, which was quite a few people, I asked them, do you drive a Toyota and maybe are you missing your keys? The answer was no every time. Okay. So before I left, I went back downstream. I got 2 miles of walking in on the river up there this morning, which is more than I would have normally walked. But anyway, I put the keys right back where they were. That's the best chance there is for whoever's going to be looking for those keys to find them, to remember where they set them down. Okay. So I get back in my vehicle, I walk back to my vehicle, I drive over here to Landa Park, and in my vehicle I set up the live stream for about 20 minutes from when the time it was at that then, and I walk over to that picnic area where I started this live stream, and I sit down at the picnic table and I look, and there is a set of keys on that picnic table, and they're Toyota keys. And I'm like, there's no way. No way. This cannot be happening. What are the chances that I would come across 2 sets of lost keys, both of them to a Toyota, at side-by-side different parks in New Braunfels, Texas, within an hour? Less than that. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm not walking around for 45 minutes asking people. Ray Wiley Hubbard, that's it. The guy's dog's name is Ray Wiley Hubbard. Thank you, Barry Barry. I can always count on Barry Barry to come up with the right answer to questions. You're so cool, Barry Barry. Quit showing hockey cards. I like football and baseball. Anyway, so fortunately, I'm wondering what to do. I can't go look, and my live stream fixing to start in like 4 minutes. And this lady in a white dress, all she has on is this nice white dress and sandals. And she just points at the keys. She's very timid, you know. And I said, are these your keys? And she nodded her head yes. And I said, well, I'm not going to bother your keys or anything. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sit where you were. As I walked along the river, I didn't want to have my keys or anything with me, you know, just trying to get in the mood or whatever, feel the river and hear the birds. And I understand. But I came across 2. One of them wasn't lost, but it was a weird feeling, I got to tell you. So that's my stupid story for the day. Barrypedia. There you go. New term coined. You're good, Anthony Chihuahua. You are good. All right, now I'm really going to end it. And some really great people came in late in this. You're welcome to watch the replay. I think it was a good, interesting walk around during a live stream. And I super appreciate all of y'all that came in. And I think I'm going to go home now. I was originally only going to be gone for one night, and I brought extra clothes just in case. And just in case is always a good plan for me. Hey, treat other people the way you want to be treated. And I'll see you next time. And treat critters good too. Yeah. Thank you, Ramses. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you next time. This is Todd, and I am out. Been working on